Field stabilized. Kentaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Snow and Light here on Neo Sylphid. Top side it's going to be Snow, our red Protoss player. And in the bottom left it's going to be Light, our blue Terran player. Two of the best players in the world today. Man, Light is probably the best Terran player today, and Snow is probably the best Protoss player today. And they're talking to each other in Korean. This is going to be another RJB replay. Snow has 76 APM at this stage of the game because he is typing. But man, Light is typing as well, and he has 300 APM. So, multitasking. All right. So it's going to be a PvT here, probably featuring Reaver drops, because Reaver drops are so popular on this map, especially in PvT. If there are no Reaver drops, then maybe the Snow is an imposter. But yeah, this is an accepted and well-known Snow moniker here today. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but maybe somebody can translate. Alright, so both players just, you know, content not to do a super early scout with one of their workers. Got a gateway warping in. Supply depot almost done. Then we're going to see a barracks. Where indeed, says Light. Right here. Right at the bottom of the natural. Right in front of the doorway into my main. It is March Madness time. I know there are not many sports fans listening, but man, I love March Madness. So many great games already. Well, I'm casting this at like 11 p.m. from the first day of March Madness, and yeah, there were a lot of good games. Good upsets, some almost upsets, a super terrible foul call at the end of the Samford, Kansas game that I was super mad about, but right now I'm at peace because I am casting StarCraft. So, Gateway Cybercore, very good, into gas. Are we gonna go... Oh, we're gonna go expansion here with a bunker. Aren't we, Light? Yes, we are indeed. Well timed. 400 minerals. Pretty much at the same time that Steve the SCV finished the barracks. Excellent. Muy excelente. Okay, so I'm just gonna play the Dragoons show up and shoot this bunker, and it's not really a fun game for anybody. I'm not even sure that Protoss really even enjoys it either. Well, yeah, first Dragoon on the way. This SCV says, should probably build a bunker at some point. But let's get a supply depot down first, I guess. And then, yeah, SCV, do you want to block? Do you want to try to block the expansion timing from Snow? I think he probably wants to keep an eye on it. But also he doesn't want to fight this probe because he already has like 60% health and the probe's at 100% health, and that's not a good fight for an SCV. So bunker timing fine. Singularity charge on the way here from Snow as fast as Protossly possible. And everything is looking good on a PvT here. Man, ASL is happening. ASL round of 16 has been a lot of fun. Man, one of my favorite memories, I don't think this is spoiling anything at this point, because by the time you see this, the Tastosis cast will be several days old, but I think it was Sulky versus Bisu on, I always forget the name, Blitz Y. Okay, I got it. I got there this time. On Blitz Y. And basically Tasteless launches into this diatribe about how overpowered this map is for Protoss versus Zerg. Maybe it was Artosis who said it. Either way, one of the casters was like, this map is terrible for a Zerg. Protoss can basically defend 3 bases at one location, and there's not much you can do to harass anything as a Zerg player, and it totally sucks. And so Sulky just goes for this 3 hatch where one of the hatches is proxied on the left side of the map and just Ling floods Bisu at a terrible time for Bisu and kills him in like 5 minutes. And Tastosis, they were like, oh, well, that's one way to play it if you're Sulky. They'd be like, yes, this map does suck for me. Thanks for noticing, guys. I'm just going to not play on this map. I'm just going to do something that Protoss player never gets the 3rd base at all. Screw you. I just thought it was hilarious. Man, Sulkies, they loved Sulky too, man. They're like, his ZVT is effectively unbeatable, and I was like, whoa, all right. I mean, I know he won a recent ASL, but I don't know that I felt like his ZVT was unbeatable in the last ASL, but hey, Tastosis says it's true. They've been casting StarCraft a lot longer than I have, and they get paid much more handsomely than I do to cast it too, which is nice, because they're better at it. That's how things should work. Anyway, what do we got here? 3 Dragoons firing away. Siege tanks on the way. Machine Shop says what? Nothing. Machine Shop is not producing anything at all, which is concerning. Spider Mines would be good. Siege mode would be good. Dude, light. Seriously, though. What are we? No? Nope. Just going to make tanks. Okay. Unsieged siege tanks. Okay. Now we look for the Reaver tech. Let's see. First Observer. That's fine. Observer is fine. Observatory going to help with that, obviously. Ooh, a 3rd base. Warping in from snow. Alright, siege tanks show up. Party's over, Dragoons. Party's over. Are you not? Are you really just going to keep? Ah, there's a dance here. The tank doesn't want to get jumped on by these Dragoons, and the Dragoons don't want to take too many hits from this tank. There we go. Oh, actually, faster Vulture movement and Spider Mines being researched simultaneously on that double machine shop here from Light. No siege mode. So he's going to be harassy more than he's going to try to push out with tanks. But, ooh, is it time? Is it 3 siege tank? Oh, good snipe on that tank. Snow. Come on, man. A Dragoon died for it, but seriously. Yeah, this little push out can be pretty strong. There are only 4 Dragoons, man. And by 4, I mean there are 3. The entire army right now consists of 3 Dragoons. Don't make a liar out of me, Snow. You have to go Reaver drops. You are contractually obligated to go Reaver drops on this map. I cannot remember the last time I cast a PvT on Neo Sylphid, and I was like, huh, no Reaver drops. Strange. So Vultures are out. Spider Mines are being laid. They're going to screw up my minimap viewing skills for the rest of the game, because I always think that they are army units, and they're not. They're just Spider Mines. They should make the dots smaller. I know I went about this a lot. I'm going to shut up now. But seriously, ASL has been a lot of fun. They are on the YouTube channel for ASL Esports, and like horror of horrors, they post StarCraft 2 stuff on there as well. Because Afrika does all of the StarCraft, which I love them for. Gonna try to Spider Mine their way through this. Nice, Vulture. Ah, well, got in here. Saw there wasn't a second gas yet, I guess. He maybe scouted that. Come on, robotic support bay. Come on, Snow. Support bay. Support bay. No, pylons. Just pylons. Finally, siege mode is on the way. 3rd CC coming up here from Light. Gonna lift this. Land it over here. All's well that ends well. This is a DEFCON 1 replay. It's gonna be a Stargate. Dude, he's not going Reavers. All right, man. Snow has made a liar out of me. And you know what? I can respect it. It's Snow. I'm not going to tell him what to do. He does what he needs to do. And on this map, even though Reaver drops are very cool and attractive, you don't have to do them. If you do it every time, then maybe their effectiveness starts to fall off. It's a law of diminishing returns, right? As that obs gets sniped. Looks like Snow's going to go up for a 4th base down this right side, recognizing the 3rd base is being taken, I guess is the word for that for Light right now. Carillon boost on the way, Starport coming in, Temple Archives on the way. This feels arbitrary, yeah? Stargate, Templar Archives here at 8:50. And it's got to be an Arbiter Tribunal at 9 minutes. Not particularly fast. I support it. There is the Tribunal. Or Tribunal. I don't know. I have to say it Tribunal. But I guess it could be Tribunal. That kind of felt nice to say Tribunal there. Falcon has some questions about how to pronounce a word. You know it's 11 p.m. Falcon's feeling a little bit tired when that happens. He's starting to question the secrets of the universe. Like how to pronounce things in English. Been reading more Warhammer, Horus Heresy stuff. Just read an anthology of short stories within the Warhammer universe. That was a lot of fun, actually. Recommended by Somicron. It's called Tales of Heresy. Just introduces a lot of interesting concepts. Like, there's a story in there. I don't know if I want to spoil this, but there's a story in there where these Space Marines get stranded on a planet with humans on it, you know, as part of the crusade. And they are like, what's up? We're from the Imperium. Join us or die, right? And they're like, well, we're sort of under attack by these alien species, and so we have to worry about that right now? And these Space Marines end up getting stranded on this planet. And because the ship that brought them there gets blown up by these aliens. And so they spend like months and months defending this human planet against alien invasion. And at the end of it, the humans are like, thank you so much for saving us, Space Marines, from this alien invasion. You're the best. And the Space Marines are like, so where were we? Oh yes, join the Imperium or die. And they're like, we'd rather keep our independence, thanks. We don't want to join the Imperium. And so the Space Marines are like, all right, y'all gotta die. And then they wipe the planet out from orbit. It's just like, oh, Warhammer. Warhammer never change. Are these all cannons? These are all pylons. What a pylon bank over here from Snow. Anyway, you just always wonder, like, what's the bad thing that's happening in Warhammer? Things are too happy right now, and immediately everything just twists. Good times with the Emperor, good times with the Crusade, the Grand Crusade, across the stars and across the galaxy, and the Emperor's plans to unite all humans in the galaxy under one banner. Amazing. All right, finally, Recall is getting researched. I feel like it's a little bit late, but Stasis is more important. Storm's on the way. Both players just really been macroing up, and Snow's pretty close to being maxed out. So we're a 3-basing light here. We got +1 attack for our factory units. We got +1 attack for the ground units for the Protoss. And we can stasis some stuff with this Arbiter, which is nice. Snow seems pretty okay with 4 bases, but I'd be shocked if he doesn't throw up a 5th base here soon in the next, like, 2 minutes. So we'll say by the 14-minute mark, there's a base coming up, and probably not here. Oh, never mind. Way before that. Here comes the Protoss into an entrenched Terran position. Again, this is not necessarily trying to win. This is more just, we want to kill some tanks if we can. Just letting the Terran just max out on his army and 37 siege tanks is pretty bad for us long term. So, a couple tanks died there. I don't think that was great for Snow. Really don't think that was great for Snow. Terran boost is pretty early too, so this Arbiter taking some hits, but pretty tanky nevertheless. Another scan, just seeing what's out here. Any reinforcements we have to worry about? Not really. I'm interested that Snow expanded here, because seriously, you set up 2 tanks here and this base dies. It's really hard to dislodge if you're Protoss or if you're Zerg or if you're Terran. Well, Terrans can respond with siege tanks, but you know what I mean. Snow swings around, comes up into the 3rd base from the bottom side. Nice attack, D-Matrix. Trying to keep that tank alive a little bit longer here, and I guess Light figures like he has enough stuff here, I guess? Fine. So, siege tanks firing away. Zealots, nothing. Okay, zealot count, nothing. It's just Dragoons now, but not really enough siege tanks to obliterate them from 8 miles away. This is pretty good. Still +1 on those Dragoons. 1-1 for the tanks, and reinforcing tanks do manage to shove these guys out. So 5th base is rolling for Snow. 6th base is rolling for Snow. This is what I was thinking of when I was thinking the next expansion. Is, I guess, 6th base, sub 14 minutes. There we go. Observer says, oh, a 4th base has been taken. I wonder if we can Zealot harass that a little bit. Ob's kind of following this army around, which I'm pretty sure Light sees it. Yeah, because he has a science vessel here. He doesn't have any Goliaths around to snipe that thing. No! Did you just recall? Interesting place to recall. Yeah, so he shoves this away and then darts over here and goes after this base. Snow is looking good, everyone. I'm impressed by this from our red Protoss player. Are we really going after the non-guaranteed damage? I would really like to see you go after these SCVs. There we go. At least force them to run. Oh, they came back. Okay, there's two Zealots hacking away, but all right. Finally, some vultures show up and clean this thing out. 70 probes to 65 SCVs. Another scan says there is a base here. There's stuff down this way. Let's head reposition. I like the supply depot here, too. Oh, High Templar taking siege tank shots, but getting storms off as well, which is very nice. Very nice. Siege tanks continuing to shell away from distance there. Alright, so look, Comsat's on fire, but it's not dead, so that's all that really matters, isn't it? Going for further energy upgrades for the Arbiter, specifically Kadarin Core, not the Kadarin Amulet. Those are different things. Still +1 attack versus +2/+1 here. Further upgrades for Light, and we all know you can harass a lot as a Protoss, but sometimes you end up at the point where the Terran just starts moving out and they're sort of unstoppable. And engaging into a position like this is bad. See, what did I say about this position in siege tanks? I promised you this was going to happen, didn't I? I also promised you Reaver drops, and that didn't happen, so sometimes Falcon is wrong. It's an important lesson. Yeah, see, this is why this base is important, and this base is important, and this base is important. Because this one was going to die. It's almost impossible to hold on to either of these high groundy, not high ground, but they kind of are, bases. Snow says, well, if you kill one of my Nexuses, what if I take down your third base? And Light's like, well, wouldn't feel great about that, gonna be honest with you. And once again, I think Light has enough to save this thing as the hatch goes down. The Nexus goes down for Snow, but that's the whole point of having other places to fall back to economically. 72 probes to 70 SCVs, more units flooding out. There's further upgrades, they're just a little bit behind. Ground Weapons level 3 is like 60% done. It's not a fast upgrade either. Light's expanding to a 5th base, man. This is... I don't know. I was feeling like Snow had a handle on this. Engaging into the unsieged army, though. There we go. That's how we do it. Siege tank down, siege tank down. Beautiful. Target firing on these tanks as well as you can here. Vultures absorbing shots. That's fine. They're willing to die because they're just Spider-Mine machines anyway. Although they're very important at protecting the tanks from Zealots, obviously. Snow gonna recall in here. He's just trying to provide that cloak, trying to burn scans. It's a science vessel. You don't actually have to burn scans here. Zealots getting on top of the tanks. That's exactly what these vultures are trying to stop from happening. But, oh, tank survives. Tank survives. 2-2 upgrades on these dudes. And it is a slow move out here from Light. If you can set up on, oh my gosh, setting up right here. Simultaneously threaten these two bases, and Snow can't protect them. Look at him getting shoved away here. He is going to send some Zealots into the entirely unprotected 4th base or 5th base of Light and go to town, which is a really nice move from him. Stasis on these tanks, trying to save this base if they can. I'd love to see these tanks get involved somewhere. Go after this base. Head south, young man. I don't know. Forcing a liftoff there. Zealots causing all sorts of problems. The Light's income is not super healthy. This is a DEFCON 1 replay from RJB. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Snow trying to defend with against these tanks. D-Matrix keeps this tank alive for another, I don't know, 3 seconds, I guess, which is pretty good in StarCraft terms. Tanks wipe out that Nexus. I'm really surprised this one's not being threatened yet. And this, okay, all right. This 5th base of Lights is going to go down. So he's going to expand down to the south here. This is insane. Yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing and what you're hearing today, because this is bonkers and banana pants all together. Snow, it looks like he's going to save this, whatever base number this is. I think that's his 3rd. Just because the tank count is not particularly healthy. I love that these guys came out of stasis. This Arbiter, I think, killed one of these tanks. Not bad. Do you want to head south? I think heading south is the better move here. Look at this Arbiter getting 3 hits off. Where are the Goliaths? There are 3 being produced back home in the factories, but they're just not here yet. So, once again, Sea Change are like, you know where we like to park? We like to park right here, actually. And, Snow says, I can't let you have this base, muchacho. And then reinforcing units coming here from Light. I don't know about this, man. 3 attack on those tanks is pretty intimidating stuff. Dragoons say, what if we high ground it? Great stasis is going to try to save some of this stuff. 145 to 138 supply. This has been a bit of a scrap fest for sure here at 20 minutes. But I just feel like Light, he's on his rampage, right? Like, it's kind of hard for Protoss to stop this sort of thing once the ball gets rolling. Obviously, wiping out this base has really helped, but the fact that Light replaced that income with this stuff is good. Snow sending what he's got down south here to try to wipe this stuff out. It's a lot of Zealots. They've got +2 attack. The Vulture count is not particularly heavy. And remember when I was like, it's really hard to get a Terran off their spot here. It is, but not that hard. I mean, scan. All right, fine. Invisible things are killing your stuff. There you go. All right, man. Snow reinforcing, continuing to cruise up here. Looking at particularly sniping down obs. I mean, I don't know. Easy targets, guaranteed damage, right? So this base survives, this base is rolling, and Snow takes the main spawn at the bottom right-hand corner, too. All right. Hold on a second. Snow's up 135 to 114 supply. He has killed a lot of tanks today. Vultures getting in here, sniping out individual probes. One cannon, not going to stop the death of these probes, not even close. I don't know if he knows about the base over here, though. Those were YOLO Vultures for sure. And once again, an entirely unprotected base here for Light gets punished by a couple Zealots. Snow. I think Snow has now taken the lead in this game. Look at this guy go. His macro's been insanely good. He's lost 2 bases today, and it hasn't really seemed to phase him all that much. Look at him simultaneously going after the 2 newest sources of income for Light here today. I think that might be it, man. I think this base, it's another forced liftoff. More SCVs keep dying. It's 60 to 41 workers, and GG, Light does tap out. I love that about 60 seconds after I said how, man, this sure seems unstoppable from Light, Snow just said, hold your horses there, Falcon. You're speaking out of turn, man. And boosh, he swoops in, wipes these dudes out, saves this base, and heads over this way, kills this, defends this, and calls it a day. Just beautiful, beautiful macro with all of these. Look at this Sim City here. Look at it. 3 gates here. Got a beautiful set of 5 gates there. 4 gates, 2 gates. Pylons covering everything. All your tech kind of lives over this way. It's a nice setup. And then everybody gets routed through this little choke. This base got saved too. I mean, sure, this Nexus died. This Nexus died. But Light shutting this base down for the last, 5 minutes of the game and then taking this thing out. Light could not keep pace. And I think a lot of this too, man, I really think a lot of this too is simply that there wasn't anything defending this base. Not a bunker, not a siege tank, not a single vulture. Light just gambled that Snow would not send Zealots across and harass this. And Snow's like, bet. That's what the kids say these days. Huh. So, well done. What a great reversal here from Snow. Great win from him, too. Protoss fans got to be happy about that one. I did a PVT last week, and not as good of a result, I don't think. But hey, Snow got it done here, and that's all that matters. 196,000 points to 184. We are outproducing Snow pretty heavily. Got outkilled by Snow. Not as heavily. But this is going to be a big deal, right? Money? Yeah, Snow. 61,000 to 49,000 resources spent. That was it. That was a lot of bases being produced. And at the end of the day, having a lot of bases means having better income, and you get the win. All right. That was amazing. I mean, that was a fantastic, fantastic display. All right. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.